Amalfi Place in Epping. My name is Robert Ozzimo and I proudly represent the company of Harcourts, Rata and Co. I'm joined here today by some of my award-winning team in blue. If you do require their advice throughout today's proceedings, please feel free to approach either Joel, Alex, Andrew. I'm sure we had a few more floating around also. And we've got Emilia, obviously Emilia, Faba, Michael Cetrola, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of becoming acquainted with throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you the following announcements, which are in place to help you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in the court, and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection, or any, for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in a flexible 60 to 90 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward contract. Everything's in here, everything is quite clear. So buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer for your consideration and competition here today. We only need to look around to see how great this location is. Park-sided, the park basically at your doorstep, easy access to a number of recreational facilities, a short walk to high street shopping, and of course easy access to Epping train station, providing simple access into the city. Plenty of other shopping options also available, not the least of which is Pacific Epping. So in terms of location, it really does tick every single box. It's a great family home, a great family location. I also need to mention obviously good access to good quality schools, both primary and secondary, littered throughout the surrounding streets here in central Epping. The property itself immaculately maintained, immaculately looked after by the current owners. Absolutely nothing to do. You move you and your family straight in. Plenty of room for the family today and plenty of room for the family to grow in. Some special mentions, that beautiful wide side drive for the enthusiasts. Perhaps if you've got a boat or a caravan, plenty of easy access down the side to that wonderful shed with bar included. So what a great opportunity for you and your family today to bid, buy, secure your future and get the salt sticker up on that board. If that is your goal here today, buyers, right now is the opportunity to do just that. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for 12 Amalfi? Who'd like to start us off, buyers? I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. It's your moment, buyers, your time. Always takes a brave soul to put their hand up first. But it's an opportunity to show the competition that the keys do belong to you, to shut the competition out, buyers. You've got that chance now. I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands, buyers. Where do we go? Where do we start? Well, surely you haven't all come to see me standing out here at the front of a property and yelling at you. I'd be very flattered if that were the case, but I'm sure it's not. So buyers, you've got the chance now. And Deanna, of course, I missed you too, Deanna. There you go. I knew I missed a few people. Where do we start, buyers? I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands. I'll get it kicked off for you then with a vendor bid at 670,000. Right at the bottom end of the range at 670 now. At 670,000. And where do we go from there? At 670 the bid now. At 670,000. Over to you, buyers. You've got the opportunity right now at 670,000 to show the competition that, again, the keys are yours, to mark your territory, to stake your claim, buyers. If you're here to buy, this is your moment. I've had my say. Time for you to have yours at 670. Where do we go from there, buyers? I don't mind the call on top of that. What do you say? Who'd like to get involved? Make a play for the keys. This is your moment, buyers. Made me work really hard for that one, sir. At 680,000, welcome, and I wish you the best of luck here today. At 680,000 now. At 680 the bid. At 680,000, there's the bid. There's the competition. The opportunity is still with you all. At 680 now the bid. At 680,000, fairly been offered at 680. Where do we go from there? At 680,000, I'll take 10 in the rise. 700's better. At 90 now, and welcome, best of luck at 90. At 700, the quick retort at 7. At 700,000, the bid's back there. At 700,000, 10 can I say? At 700, 7,000. At 10 now, 710. At 710,000. And 20, another quick bid at 20 and 30 if you like. At 720,000, the bid's at 20. At $720,000 the bid. 25. At 40, even better. Was your bid higher, ma'am? At 740, we'll go with 40. At 7, because I was going to go with the higher number if it was. At 740,000. At 740, the bid's here. At 740,000 now. At 740,000, I will. At 60 now. At 760,000. I was just about to say that we are on the market and we are selling here today. The keys are in play. They're there as it stands. So we are selling now at 760,000. There's the bid. There's the keys. Opportunity is still with you though. I haven't sold it just yet. I'm about to though. At 760,000. I'm not going inside. I'm not seeking instructions. If you're waiting for a halftime break, not going to happen here today. If you've come to buy, you must bid me now or forever hold your peace because we're on the market. We sell. Bids there. Keys are there. $760,000 the bid for the first call at 760. Are we all done? At 65 there, 765, was that a bid? So 765, at 70 now, again the quick retort at 70, at 770,000, at 770,000, it's a late run so you've got to make it count at 75, at 775 now, at 775,080 got, at 780, at 780,000, bid back there, keys back there, opportunity with you and you over here at 780,000 now, at 780 the bid, at 780,000 fairly been offered, we sell here today, at 780 the bid now, once, at 780,000 all done. Second call at 780 the bid, done, finished. Third, final call. At 90, I have here 92, sir. At 90, welcome to you both at 790 and 92 now. At 792 and 800 now. At 800,000, great bid in there at 800,000. Got 5 with 5, so give me a big bid in response to a big bid. At 805 now, at 805, and welcome back. At 805,000. At 805,000, bids there. 805, one bid, not enough for you here today, sir. At 805,000. At 805,000, 815 now at 815. At 820,000, the quick retort again at 820 now. At 820,000. At 820,000, bid there at 820. What do you say, 30, can I suggest? 820, at 30 got. At 830,000. At 830 the bid, at 35 now, and welcome back at 35 at 835. Take me to 50, sir. 835,000, can I say 50? At 835 the bid's there, keys are there, we're on the market, we sell. 835 the bid, once, twice, third, final call bid with you, sir. 835, all done. At 845 and 6. I've got 845 there, and I've got one on top at 46 at 846,000 at 846.50. So you're definitely done, or was that a threat? I thought no, we're still good. At 60 now at 860. At 860,000, I will circle back here, sir. At 860,000, 860 the bid. At 860,000, bids over there in the park at 860. At 860,000, fairly been offered. At 860 the bid. At 860 now. At 860,000, bid. 160,000. Sir, ma'am, we're done over here. Definitely done. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. At 860,000, second call. At 860, done, finished. Third, final call at 860,000. 861 at 861 now. 870 now. 870,000, bringing out the big guns at 870 now. At 870,000. Don't let it scare you off, so it's just a big bid. You can make one too. At 870, the bid's there. Opportunity with you. 870's over there. 875, welcome, sir. Almost missed out. I didn't see you there. Welcome. At 875. At 875, the bid. At 875,000 now. Fairly been offered. 875 bids back there. 875, can I say 80? 875, the bid's there. You're definitely done. That's it. At 875, thank you very much for your bidding here today. 875,000. Might buy with one bid, sir. We'll find out soon. At 875, the bid. First call at 875, all done. Second call, 875 the bid. Done, finished. Third, final call. 85. 85, and a great bid at that at 85. So why not take me to 900? Put it all on the line. Walk away having given it your best, or walk away with the keys, sir. At 885,000, the bid's there, the opportunity with you, but the keys are there as it stands. At 885,000, we're on the market and selling. We're definitely done there. I'll check one more time. Thank you, sir. We're definitely done over there. 885,000. We're definitely done over here. At 885, we'll be all out at 885. At 90 now at 890,000. At 890 the bid now at 890,000. Bids there, keys are there, we're selling at 890. I need to know now at 890,000. Fairly been offered for the first call at 890, all done. Second call, 890 the bid, done, finished. 95. At 95 now. Nowhere left to hide, sir. Got to be 900 in the rise. At 895, the bid's there. At 895,000, can I get 900 on the second time of asking? At 895, the bid. At 895,000, we're on the market. We sell. We play for keeps. There's no second chances here today. 895, the bid, and we're selling away. First call at 895, all done. Second call, 895,000. We're done. Finished. Third. Final call, $895,000 the bid, all done. 897. You're not going to give me that 900, are you, sir, at 897? At 897, I'll ask you, sir, 900 might be the mental barrier for the competition. Round numbers usually are, and if that's the case, you want to get there first. At 897, the bid's there. Can I round me off to 900 in the rise? At 897,000, what do you say? At 99, 899. So it's got to be 900 now, surely. 899, if it's worth 899, it's worth 9. At 899,000 and the bid's there. At 899, at 899,000, fairly been offered. Are we definitely done over here, guys? Yeah. Definitely, I'll have your absolute best today. Thank you very much for your bidding. At 899,000, bids there, keys are there, we're on the market, we're selling, done there, done over there, done here. At 899,000, what do you say, sir? 899 plus 1 is 900. You don't need the calculator. 899,000, about to sell, need to know. Once at 899, all done. Twice at 899, done, finished. Third, final call, $899,000 the bid, all done, all finished. All silent out at 899. So I want to help you as best I can, but I do need a decision. I know it's a pressure moment. I know it's a pressure moment, and I hate to put it on you, but at 899,000, I'm about to sell over there. Can you give me one? Take a moment to think. Can I say 900 now? At 900? Yes, sir. 899, I need to know. At 899, we text in. Perhaps get him on the phone. At 899,000, once, twice, third, final call, 899 the bid, all done, all finished, all silent out at 900, and we got there in the end at 900,000. At 900,000. Now I said round numbers are usually a mental barrier for the competition. Don't let it be yours. At 902, and welcome back at 902 now. At 902,000. At 902,000, we're back there. You've got to be decisive, sir, if you want to buy. At 902,000, the bid's there, the keys are there. If you tell me you're out, if you tell me there's no more, I will sell over there. At 902, at 902, the bid. First call at 902,000, done. Second call at 902, done and finished. Third, final call, $902,000 the bid, all done, all finished, all silent and out at 902. So I do need to know at 902,000. Have I got your best? Happy to sell over there? That's fine. At 902, we're definitely done. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. At $902,000 the bid, once, twice, third, final call at 902. We're done here, sir. All done, all finished, all silent and out at 902,000. We're definitely done, sir. We sure? We're selling, 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 sold. Congratulations and well bid. Please join me congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts, Rata & Co auction. Have a great weekend. Enjoy this beautiful weather. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.